Shalom. Senator McCain, I'm Yehoshua Ya'acov. Shalom, Senator McCain. I'm Yehoshua Ya'acov from Jerusalem, an American citizen. Uh, in response to the question, how do we beat the bitch? I don't think that's the question. She's already self-imploded in the softball game between her and Obama, which will now be followed by the hardball game between you and Barack Obama. Um, the question is, what do we have to do? The the uh, the presidential election turns quiet. I'm online. It's my son, Sumat Lev. Sorry, that's flaming for attention. Um, the question is, how do we get from 14 trillion to 42 trillion, and triple the purchasing power of the dollar, eliminate the national deficit, eliminate the Social Security deficit, eliminate the trade deficit, etc. We do that with a new economic paradigm, and that's the real question. Wasting time and energy on the rhetorical. Um, things have already moved. The coronation is proceeding of Barack as the candidate. Now, I'm not a hypocrite. Um, the the context of the world in which we live is the end of the exile of men and mankind, and I'm a man of faith. And 22 years of tests and excuse me, you're attacking. Now get out of here. Right now, move. Get out of here. Okay, so close the door, please. Thank you. So the test that we face is moving the economy from a 14 trillion to a 42 trillion. The way we do that is with a new economic paradigm. And as you see, even in my home, I'm under assault when I'm trying to speak. Okay, having said the things that I've said, I said I'm not a hypocrite. And what I'm referring to is that I've faced tests also, very significant tests. And I'm not going to go into that. Yehoshua Ya'acov ben Avraham was born Michael O'Donnell, Michael F. O'Donnell. Let's see, I'm named after a war hero in the Royal Dublin Fusiliers, RDF. And my father's mother's brother was the recognized welterweight champion of the world. And fought some of the greatest turn-of-the-century fighters, 70, 80 rounds. He was a tough customer. And okay, so those are the genes that endowed me with the fighting spirit. I love America, but my faith is first and foremost in God, so that He revealed the authentic self, so that I can inhabit the quantum reality, impose the collapse of the local reality, and gave me the eyes and the cognitive faculty to see it, so we can put a cognitive man on the earth. The local reality of exile, of man and man's exile, is behavioral man. That model, which was given to receive, has collapsed globally. And the world, man and mankind, is in denial about it. Israel in particular, when Israel ends the denial, so too will man and mankind. That's what I'm focused on right now. But in respect of the American election, it's the economy, and the economy needs the new central organizing principle, which is the new economic paradigm for the new world economy. It's the integration of labor. I'm its author. As I said, I'm the author of Humanomics, which is the trilogy. It has two paradigms: the new cognitive behavioral science paradigm, receiving to give, and the new economic paradigm, the integration of labor. The latter is the winner-take-all in the hardball campaign for the presidency. I support Barack Obama for the simple reason that I love America and Americans. I have a son of 46 years old and a daughter 44, and another daughter 24, living in America, and their families, and it is both an obligation, a responsibility, and imperative. Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. I took that question seriously and answered it in the past several decades of my life. Have been blessed to receive the answers, and now it's time to provide them. So I don't respond or resonate to empty buckets. I'm well aware of the limitations of Barack Obama. Change we can believe in. Tachlis, what we need is change we can inhabit, and that's the quantum reality that's redemption. And its paradigms and its framework, the East-West Convergence model, is 2,500-page trilogy, and its fifth draft, which I have written, and it describes the two paradigms. It describes the new economic paradigm that will become the central issue in the campaign, and that is developing a fundamental structural transformation of the U.S. economy based upon the new economic paradigm model as world-class global technological infrastructure that will retool, retrain, and re-educate the entire U.S. workforce. It will triple the gross domestic product from 14 to 42 trillion in a couple of decades. It will require a $4 to $5 trillion investment amortized over 20 years. It will, in the end of year one, be providing sustainable jobs in the tens of thousands of a month, and will continue on through to the out years of 11 and 12, when we will reach full employment, and not what economists and econometricians are expressing as 4%. That will be restated and redefined. The economy structurally produces predominantly knowledge, information, services, and technology for export. So the remaining less than 20% of the GDP that is Rust Belt is physical production of goods. Much of that will be retrofitted to the LDCs with green technology. There is a great revolution about to proceed and go forward. But above all else, the central organizing principle of that great revolution is far beyond economics. The context of it is the redemption of men and mankind. That comes out from Jerusalem in general, Jerusalem in particular, and Israel in general. And when Israel stops the denial, so too will the nations. So the man of faith, Yehoshua Ya'acov, drew close to God and had revealed his authentic self in order to inhabit cognitive man, the model of redemption, which is kabel b'shvilatet in Hebrew, in English, receiving to give. Receiving what? Receiving the real you, to give the real you, to yourself, to your others. So before love of country, you have to have love of God and love of yourself and love of your family and community, and only then nation. And that's perhaps my only differential with you. I have a great respect for you. You've learned many things that certainly Barack Obama has not learned, but Barack Obama is the man of the hour. I support him and I back him because he is the future of Americans. The disparity, the sensitivities to the disparity between Wall Street and Main Street is not a reality that you inhabit. You will morally and ethically embrace it and say, yes, we should do better. But what the mainstream effort, the center of activity that has to derive and devolve from that in terms of policy programs and structural fundamental change will come from Obama, not from you. And with all due respect, you're a good man. Better than John McCain, we don't get. I just wish that we had had John McCain for the past 8 years. But the moment in time in history has passed, and America didn't deserve such a president. We would have had you instead of Bush. Having said all of that, with love and respect and absolute humility, I bless you in kabel b'shvilatet, receiving to give. And now you know what it means. And when you hear the blessing addressed to you, you say amen, and the meta-narrative devolves to you and your family. I love you. I bless you and wish you Godspeed, and please understand my decision and respect it. Thank you very much. Thank you for listening. I'm Yehoshua Ya'acov from Jerusalem.